Everyone, if you are in the chat and you can hear me, let me know. Say hi in the chat and let me know. While I'm waiting on everybody, I will be going over some answers to questions that people paid for first, and then I will go into questions that everybody else has. But always, I start out with the topic. So we'll go into that first, but we're going to give this another minute or two for people to come in. But if you're with me, say hi in the chat. Hi, little ray of hope. I always announce, hi JJC, I always announce when I'm going live, guys, on my community tab and pretty much everywhere. And it's like, I'm on time, but then you guys like take a while to come in here. Why is that? Then I'm in here all by myself, like just sitting here for a couple of minutes before everybody comes in. And like I said just a moment ago, is that I do have questions that people submitted that they paid for, either because they're too shy to say it in the chat or they can't make it to the live, so that way they'll catch the replay. So I will go into those questions first. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and go into a topic. So, a lot of what I bring up in coaching and what I have brought up in many of my videos is, guys, when you ask me, how do I manifest? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's all individual. So typically people will ask me, does affirmations work? Does this work? Does that work? It all works if you say it does. See, that's the thing, is you get to decide because it's your version of reality. So everything in existence in your awareness is based on you. It's based on your beliefs, your assumptions, because you are literally the center of your reality. You are the operant power of your own reality. You are God, you are the universe, you are source, you are spirit, you are higher self. Again, I've said this before, I don't care what you call it. It does not matter, right? You are all of those things having a human experience. Now, when you're quote unquote manifesting, all you are doing is you aren't creating anything. So I don't really like saying manifesting. I don't like it when people say I'm a creator. No, you're not. No, you're not. Creation is already finished. The fact is that manifesting is literally shifting realities. So every second of every day, you are shifting realities. There are multiple versions of realities. There are multiple versions of you. There are multiple versions of me. There are multiple versions of everything. So all you are doing is becoming the person, the identity, the ego that has what you desire, and you shift to that reality. What you are currently experiencing is just one version of reality. So really, manifesting is shifting realities, and all realities exist, whether you like it or not. If you don't like your current circumstances, guess what? It's going to exist regardless. You are just shifting to a different version of reality. That's it. I have a full video on Mandela effects and matrix glitches that kind of goes more in depth into this as to how you can kind of tell if you shifted. At least that's how I tell. Is I'll notice a matrix glitch, I'll notice a Mandela effect, and then that's how everything happens. Hi, E. So I decided to start posting on TikTok again. SP and her sis share an account together, and I got a like from her and many others on my videos. 95% of my engagement is from women. Hey, you're Adonis personified, remember? Remember? We already talked about this. Of course they're all flocking to you. You're Adonis. It's kind of like, okay. Like, I have men all flocking to me. Why? Because I'm an Aphrodite. Like, I embody that. I embody that energy. So literally men are just drawn to me of all ages, right? So that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, you radiate Adonis energy, exactly. And what is Adonis? What is Adonis? Tell me, because I know, but do you know? Who was Adonis in Greek mythology? JJC, listened to 2 of your affirmation tapes to bed last night. How did it go? So guys, I'm going to go ahead and go into questions. So I announced this on my community tab and a few other places, but I opened up a service on my Stan store. My Stan store is always in the description of all of my videos, where you can pay ahead of time for me to answer a question or address your situation while I'm in my live stream. So any ones that I get prior to me going live, and I go live mostly on Tuesdays and Saturdays. I haven't really gone live any other days. So far, that's my schedule, is Tuesdays and Saturdays. As long as you get it in before then, I will go over it once I'm live. So I'm about to go over those, and then I will get to questions that are put in the chat. So first one is from Brian. So on there, you can either say your name, you can say, you know, what you want me to call you, or you can just say that you want to be anonymous. So this one is for Brian. I've been trying to manifest my SP for months, doing every technique possible. I tried SATs, affirmations, rampages, scripting, the O method, and more. I've been living in the end, but I keep seeing that they're happy with someone else all over social media. Does this mean I should give up, or am I doing something wrong? So, Brian, it sounds like you are doing too much. So, I've been guilty of this myself, and I have plenty of clients that come to me that I tell them the same thing. Is it sounds like you're overwhelming yourself with too much. Take a pause, okay? Take a pause and breathe. Breathe and be in the now moment. And once you do that, and you can feel in the now moment, then what I want you to realize is no matter what you're seeing in your 3D circumstances, you are the God of your reality. You are the center of your reality. Everything in your reality only exists because you are aware of it. So if you are going on social media and noticing that your SP is, you know, with whoever, why are you doing that? You are putting that in your awareness. You could just as easily, number one, avoid social media and live in here, live in your ends, live in your knowing, and then everything will start unfolding. Or if you're going to go on social media, change what you're seeing in your mind than what's being presented in front of you. But it sounds like the social media is a trigger for you. So my suggestion, and I do this with all of my clients that are like this, delete the apps. Delete them. Delete Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, I don't care what it is, okay? Delete it for 7 days. You're just gonna commit to 7 days. You can do this. And all you're gonna do is focus on you. It sounds like you're doing a lot to try to bring something to you when you should be embodying the person that already has it. That is what you do. So now, for the next 7 days, I want you to just focus on you. Nothing about SP, all about you. It's all about me, 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 me. Okay? Because even if you were in the ideal relationship dynamic with your SP, you would not be attached to the hip. You still have to live life. You still have to go to work or hang out with your friends or do your hobbies or whatever brings you joy, right? Chop wood, carry water. Go watch that video, okay? Go do that. Delete all the apps. Nothing about SP. It's going to be all about you for 7 days. What brings you joy? What do you like to do? Do you want to go hang out with your friends? Go hang out with your friends. And don't talk about SP. If they bring SP up, just say, I don't want to talk about it. Okay? Or if they don't know what's going on, you could be Delulu and say what you want to happen. Like, oh yeah, we're good. Right? Whatever it is. But just focus on you. What's a hobby that you like to do? Me, I like singing and dancing. So I do that. A lot of times I'm singing and dancing around my house. It brings me joy. Okay? Do what brings you joy and focus on you. If you're going to do sats, if you're going to do affirmations, if you're going to do all these things, make it about you. Make it about you, right? Make it about what you want to experience outside of this relationship. Okay? That's my advice with that. Stop everything for 7 days. Focus on you. So I'm going to scroll to the top of this chat so I don't miss everything. I am not going over questions or anything in the chat for now. I'm going over questions that people have paid for. So in the link in all of my videos is my Stand Store. I opened up a service that before I go live, if you would like, you could pay to have a question answered or your situation if you can't make my live or if you're too shy. Okay, that's what these people did. So I'm addressing them first, and then I will go to everybody else. All right, so the next one, go over to it, is from Deanna. She says, I struggle with visualizing my desires because I'm not very imaginative. What techniques can I use to manifest successfully without needing to visualize? I love this question, Deanna, because I'm with you, girl. I am not the best visualizer. I am not the person that enjoys sats. I have clients that do, and I encourage that, and I help them with a sat scene. But me personally, I'm audio. So you need to find out what learning style you have. Are you audio or are you hands-on? What exactly is your learning style? And another thing is, find out what brings you joy around this situation. So whatever you're trying to manifest, because, you didn't tell me what you're trying to manifest, and that's okay. So let's say, example, you are trying to manifest more money, right? Then what you could do is hear someone say, oh, wow, how did you get X amount of money? How did you get so successful and make X amount of money, right? You could hear that. You can play that in your ears. You could do affirmations. So back to the example of abundance, right? Financial abundance. You could say, every day my wealth increases. Every day I'm making more and more money. Every day I am successful, right? I am success itself. Money is magnetized to me because I am money itself. I am love. I am perfection. And money just can't resist me, right? You could do affirmations. You could record yourself doing these affirmations and play them back to you. That's what I do. That's why I have affirmation tracks on my channel, because that works for me. But it's not what works for everybody. You know, maybe rampages might be better for you. Personally, I don't really like robotic affirming or rampages, but if it works for you in your situation, it brings you joy, you don't have any resistance against it, that's what you need to do. Because it sounds like with the visuals, you're having resistance because, like me, you're not great with visualizing, so you have a struggle with that. So there's resistance. So do what you have the least resistance against. I also like scripting. So every first of every year, I script out what I want to manifest for the year, and I put it away. As if like I've made an order, the order is in, and then I forget about it. So set it and forget it. You could try that too. There's so many techniques you could do. So it's really about what you have the least resistance against, right? What's going to bring you joy in doing it? Because manifesting should bring you joy. Manifesting should make you happy, right? It should feel good doing these things, because all it's doing is it's putting you into the state of the identity of having whatever it is that you want, whatever desired reality that you want. It's putting you into the state of being that person. That's all the techniques are doing. So literally you could just know something and it'll come to pass because you know it. And that's a lot of times how I manifest, is I will just innerly know things and boom, there it is, right? Because I don't create that resistance. But if you're having resistance with visualizing, try some techniques that make you happy and you don't have resistance against. Okay, so let's go to the next one. All right, so this is from someone that wants to be anonymous. So Anonymous says, I feel like my negative thoughts are sabotaging my manifestations. I've been trying to manifest SP for weeks, but they still has me blocked, okay? I have my suspicions that they watch your channel, so keep my anonymous, please. What's the best way to stop spiraling when those thoughts come up? Okay, great question. So one thing you need to realize is that you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are literally reality itself. You are the universe, you are God, you are source, you are everything that is having a human experience. So your thoughts are just your current identity. It's your current ego. If you watch my video on the two wolves, it's the quote unquote evil wolf or the old man or the old identity wanting to not die, because it sounds like you are trying to embody this new version of yourself, right? The new identity in order to shift the reality to have the SP. So the old self is fighting to stay on. The old self is growling. It's getting angry. It's getting aggressive because it wants to stay alive. Because the fact is that everything in your reality only exists because you are aware of it, including the SP, including me. I only exist in your reality because you are aware of my existence. If you are no longer aware of my existence, I will cease to exist in your reality. Same with the SP. The SP only exists because you are aware of their existence. So why wouldn't they want to be with the person that makes them exist? Think about that. So I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions here. Okay, so also stop being aware that you're blocked. So that's the biggest one. How do you know that you're blocked? How do you know? Who told you you're blocked? How do you know you're blocked? You're probably going to whatever it is and checking. Stop checking. Just know that you're not blocked. Know that your person is sitting there typing out a message, frantic, trying to put together the right words to say to you. And they're going to send, right? You can embody that. But again, realize that you are not your thoughts. So these negative thoughts that come in, that's just the old self. That's just the old self. The only thing that you need to embody is being the person and having that inner knowing that you are already with the SP. You are already in the perfect relationship with SP, right? Anything else is just noise. So you can imagine that the negative thoughts, the negative talk in your ear, right? It's just a TV that you left on. It's a TV that you left on. It's on Netflix. It's on some type of horror flick, right? You didn't want to watch the horror flick, but there it is. And it's just background noise. And you can either A, ignore it, or B, go change the channel. Go on there, click out of the horror flick, and go click on whatever you want to watch. That's all you're doing, is you are selecting a new version of reality and becoming the self that has it. Go watch my Stop Select Self video. It all boils down to what I say in all my videos, guys. But yeah, that's what I got for you on that one, Anonymous. So let's go into the next one. Okay, so this one is from Kevin. Can I manifest money to pay off debt quickly? What's the fastest and most effective method to do this? I'm in an emergency situation. I back owe my rent. I barely have money to survive, and I'm tired of struggling like this. If I don't get rent money in 2 weeks, I'm homeless. I've been there, so let's talk. All right, so the technique or the method is totally up to you on what, again, that you have the least resistance against. Because you need to become the person that already has your rent paid. You're not back owed. Your rent is already paid, right? So the method or the technique is up to you on what you feel is going to make it instant, right? So when I was in this situation, I was staying with somebody that I wasn't supposed to be staying there. And someone found out and said, either she's out in a week or everybody's out, right? So I had 7 days to get a place to stay for me and my son. My son was little at the time. He was a toddler. I had 7 days, okay? At the time, this was after the crash in '08. I'm aging myself, but it's fine, right? This was after the crash in '08. There were no jobs, okay? I was cleaning houses for a living just to put food on the table, to put food in my son's mouth. And everyone else was freaking out. They're like, you're going to be homeless again, because I had been homeless previously, right? I said, no. It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen like that. It's going to work out. I'm going to have a place to stay. And that was what I innerly knew with unwavering doubt, is that I was going to be taken care of. I was going to have a place to stay. Okay. I went to a job where I was doing a 3-bedroom clean out for a client of mine that had multiple units, right, in an apartment complex. And as I was cleaning, she overheard me talking to my aunt, who was there with me because we were both doing the bigger jobs together. And I was telling her about the situation. My client overheard and said, you need a place to stay? I said, yeah, I do. And she said, I just had a 1-bedroom just up and leave, and they ditched rent. She said, if you clean it out, it's yours. That took 3 days. That was on the 3rd day. I moved in the next day on the 4th day. So 3 days to spare. So don't focus on the time. Okay, I know that your situation is dire. I know that, you're facing this and it's causing that anxiety, right? Anxiety is you focusing too much in the future. Stay in the present moment. Stay in the now moment, okay? When you are in the now moment, that's not here. You're here now where you still have a place to stay. You have a roof over your head. You are taken care of. Right? You've got a place to stay. So only focus on that, and focus on, it doesn't matter what my 3D shows me, I am taken care of. And you never know. Your landlord could forgive you. You could get the money out of nowhere. Like, so many things could happen. Don't focus on the how or when. Just know that you're taken care of. That's the best technique for that situation, to me. But you need to do the technique that works for you. If you want to robotically affirm all day that you've got the money for the rent or it's paid, do that. If you want to script it out and put it away and set it and forget it, Do that. If you want to visualize, do a sat scene that the rent is paid and that you've got a text or an email or something with the receipt, whatever it is, do that. Whatever it is you have the least resistance against. For me, again, my thought was, no matter what, I'm taken care of. No matter what, I am taken care of, because again, I was a single mom. I had a toddler to take care of. So my thought was, back then, you know, my beliefs were a little different, but my thought was, why would God put a single mother with a child on the streets? Right? That's not going to happen. So I'm taken care of no matter what. That's the state you need to embody. That is the identity that you need to embody, is that the universe, God, source, whatever you resonate with, has your back, and you are taken care of no matter what. And no matter what, you've got a place to stay right now. You've got a roof over your head. I don't know where in the world you are. If you're in the US, we've got, you know, snowstorms going on. You're warm in your house, right? Whatever it is, okay? I hope that helps. Let me know once you replay this, Kevin. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. All right, so this one is from Katie. I've been listening to affirmations daily, but I'm not seeing results. How long does it take, and is there something else I should be doing? Affirmations aren't for everybody. I've talked about this so much in my videos and in my lives. Affirmations are not for everybody, okay? Me personally, I don't resonate with doing robotic affirmations or rampages. I do like to listen to affirmations, but I listen to self-concept affirmations, and I do that overnight. I actually listen to my Aphrodite affirmations that are on my channel. I also have ones that are gender neutral, that are just for self-concept, and I have one for the guys that are the Adonis ones, okay? Those are the only affirmations I really listen to. And when I wake up in the morning, I will kind of robotically, I guess, say for a few minutes, I'll say, I am everything that there is. I am reality itself. I am love. I am perfection. I am chosen. I am everyone's top priority. I am magnetic and irresistible. I am always respected. And I just keep going and going and going. And you see, like, I'm not reading anything. Why? Because I say this every day. And every day I also say, I am having the best day of my life. Today is the best day I've ever had, right? No matter what, today is the best day I've ever had. That's all I say every morning. Now, as far as when I'm trying to manifest something, which is just shifting realities, like I said, I'm lazy. I like to just know it. I like to script it, set it, and forget it, and go on about my day and chop wood and carry water. But that's me. Do what's best for you. If the affirmations aren't working, do something else. Do something else. What is going to bring you joy in this situation, and what is going to help you become the self that already has your manifestation? That's what you need to do. All right, so let's go to the next one here. All right, so, and guys, I'm looking at my phone when I'm doing this. I'm looking at my email. This one is from H. That's all they put as the name is H. So for H, how do I stop obsessing over my SP while still manifesting them? I don't want to push them away with my energy. It's so hard not to check their IG, but I have been pushing myself not to. I'm trying to follow the advice you gave me in comments on Reddit, but it's so hard. Okay, I think I remember who you are, but of course it's a different name on Reddit. Here's the thing. If you're telling me it's hard, then that's your awareness. That's your awareness. Why are you embodying the person that is aware that it's hard? Why are you embodying the person that is fighting not looking at IG? If you were in the relationship that you want with your SP, would you be obsessing over them in the way that you are right now? Would you be checking their IG however many times a day? Would you be obsessing over what are they doing? Who are they with? Da 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 da. I hope not, because that's not healthy. No. Because even if you're in a relationship, you're not attached to the hip with them. You have your own life to live. You have your friends, your family, your hobbies, your job, whatever it is, right? Being attached to the hip like that, it's not healthy. So what would you be doing outside of the relationship? Go do that. And when you're at home, if you're imagining like living with this person, here's another practice you can do. If you like living in the end, that's fine. Is you can be showering and imagine your person's brushing their teeth talking to you. Hear them talking to you, right? Respond to them. Have these conversations in your head. When you go to bed at night, do you like to cuddle? Cuddle with your person. Live life as if you are already in that relationship now. Be the person that already has it. The person that already has it wouldn't be checking IG. Why are you checking IG? I'm going to have the same advice that I had earlier. Delete it. For 7 days, delete everything that you are obsessing about with your person. Delete it and focus only on you. It is all you all day long. Okay, H? It is all you all day long. So if you are feminine identifying, listen to my Aphrodite affirmations. If you are masculine identifying, listen to my Adonis affirmations. And if you are feminine identifying and you like men, to go even further, listen to the Cleopatra ones. Those are a little bit more intense. You'll literally have men like begging you and like on their knees begging you to do things for you. Okay? Be careful with that one. Yeah, just like, again, be the person that has the relationship. So how do you stop obsessing? You just stop it. It's kind of like, okay, this is now an addiction, right? So if you had a friend that, say, was addicted to smoking cigarettes and they're smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, what would you tell them? What advice would you give them if they wanted to stop smoking cigarettes? That's what you need to do with this. To stop obsessing, because it's now an addiction, you can either cut it cold turkey, or if you're gonna go check, make it something different. Give it good meaning, whatever you see, no matter what you see. That's it. That's really it. Like, it's not complicated, guys. All right. I think I've got 2 more, but I'm going to each email, so hold on. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. So this is from another anonymous person. So anonymous says, do I have to forgive someone who hurt me to manifest them back, or can I manifest them while still feeling angry about what they did? My SP cheated on me with my best friend. I blocked my bestie, but I'm also having a hard time forgiving SP over this. Your success story with the guy that shifted where his boyfriend no longer cheated, that's what I want. What did he do? You want to know what he did? It's simple. Stop being aware of your current reality. I'm going to get as aggressive as I did with him, okay? Because if you want that type of shift, you've got to be serious, okay? There's no kid gloves here, all right? There's no easing into this. If you want that type of shift, it's going to take some drastic measures. So number 1, anywhere that you are reminded of this, get it out of your awareness. That's number 1. Number 2, do my alchemizing thoughts technique. I have a video on that. That's what he did. Where you're going to write the old story, everything you just told me, right? You're going to write that old story, and then you're going to write the new story to counteract it. Like this never occurred, right? And that your relationship was progressing or whatever it is. Whatever is your ideal. And then again, you're going to rip up that old story and know that it is no longer your reality. And then you know that the new one is. Go watch that video because I'm just kind of briefly going over it. But Once you do this, you have to know without a doubt that your new reality exists and it's here and now. You are now in that reality. You are now that person that has that new reality, no matter what shows up. Because I'll tell you, when he did this, yeah, it shifted in 2 weeks, but what he didn't mention is that things got worse before they got better. Why? Because he was still replaying the old story a little bit. And that's okay. But you got to understand that that old story, the old self, is going to fight to still hang on. It wants to survive. It wants to be alive, right? It wants to be here. So it's going to get angry. It's going to growl. It's going to show its teeth, right? But you have to say, nope, this is my story. Nope, I'm the person that has this. No matter what shows up in your reality. No matter what. So yeah, go watch my alchemizing thoughts technique. Because if you want a drastic shift like that, that is a revision technique. It's an advanced level revision technique. And it is basically a quantum leap. You're shifting to a new reality. That's what that is. Okay. I need some tea. We're 36 minutes into this live. All right. Last one, guys, and then I'll start scrolling and reading the comments in the chat. All right. So, Nicole says, can you explain why sometimes manifestations happen instantly and other times it feels like they take forever? How can I speed things up? For example, I wanted a dress by this certain designer for prom a few years ago and I got it. My parents surprised me with it. It happened almost instantly. But now I'm trying to get my crush at uni to notice me. He ignores me and it's been months. The dress took a week from me wanting it to being surprised with it. It's the importance you're putting on it. To the universe, the SP reciprocating your attention, right? And the dress are the same thing. It's the importance you're putting on it. You've put SP up here because you have a crush on them, right? And you're like, oh, they're out of my league, or they're ignoring me, yada, 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 right? But the dress was a little bit easier because even though it was a certain designer, I don't know the whole situation with that, you could still see yourself in that dress, right? So why can't you see yourself in your desired end with the SP? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the importance you're putting on it. It's kind of like when people come to me and they tell me, oh, I could manifest $10, but getting $10,000 is hard. No, it's not. It's the same energy. It's the same energy, whether it's $10 or $10 million. It is the same energy to the universe. The time it takes is only getting past your own self. It's getting past your own awareness, your own thoughts. It's you that is saying that this takes longer. It is you that is saying that this is harder. It is you. That's it. Stop being aware that it's harder. You could easily affirm, if you like affirmations, everything that I want comes to me easily and effortlessly, no matter what it is. Right? You could easily declare that actually getting the SP was even easier than getting the dress. The dress was harder. You're the one telling the story, no one else. See, I didn't even know the story until you told me, right? So now it's in my awareness, but I wasn't aware of it before. Same thing you should do. Only be aware of what you actually want. So if you want the SP to show you attention, you want this thing as easily, declare that it is. That's it. That is it. And I hope you paid attention to the rest of this video because there's a lot of nuggets with other SP situations. And I know that me answering those questions, guys, probably answered a lot of your guys' questions. So we're going to go through the chat here. Okay, JJC. I really like the idea you're sharing, but I don't see the level of attention I want to experience from women in my reality just yet. I will persist, though. You literally said that you listened to my affirmations one night. JJC, you literally said that you listened to my affirmations one night and you're like, why aren't women paying attention to me? Why aren't they knocking down my door? Why aren't they bowing down to me? Seriously? Seriously. Oh my God. Okay. Calm down. Calm down. Sure, you could have anything effortlessly. Sure, it could be instant. But you literally did something one night and you're like, why isn't it here? It's like you going on Amazon. You're like, okay, Amazon, I clicked purchase. Oh, it's not here. Why isn't it here, Amazon? Calm down. My God. Is it so bad that women didn't give you the attention right away? Do you need it? Because if you need it, you're not going to get it. You're not being Adonis. You're not being Adonis if you need it. Because Adonis doesn't need. Adonis doesn't need attention from women. It just happens. You're still not embodying Adonis if that's what you're doing. All right. JJC. Oh, and I feel incredible listening and affirming your tapes. Perfect. Okay, E. Adonis in Greek mythology was the most handsome god who Aphrodite fell in love with. Yes, but what type of god was he? See, you guys are still focused on, Aphrodite was in love with him. What was it? Persephone, I think, as well. Persephone was in love with him. You're focused on someone else was in love with him, but what was he? What god was he? That's important. All right. Frog policy. Hi, alchemist. You helped me last time I got triggered. I stumbled upon an old camera and saw photos of my love. I am just wrecked with emotions and I'm so frustrated with myself for being impatient. Stop being frustrated with yourself. If you watched my content, what have I said about emotions? What have I said about emotions? You are not your emotions. The feeling is the secret is not about human emotions. You're still human. You're still having a human experience. You still need to have emotions. Just because you saw this, that's okay. Cry it out. But then go back to self. Realize, oh wow, look how happy we are. Right? You can look at those photos and think that they're now. Because they are. Because everything exists right now. So you can look at those photos and be like, oh wow, look how happy we are. Look how amazing we are. You're the one that got triggered, and that's okay. It's okay. It's kind of like I've talked about before. When I manifested the better relationship with my son, I was literally crying every night. I was crying almost every night, and I still got my manifestation. Why? Because my dominant state was the knowing that everything was unfolding, was the knowing that I have this relationship with him. And that's what happened. So why are you getting upset with yourself? You're just having a human experience. You are not your emotions. So that's what I've got to say about that. Okay, JJC. Social media has been very draining for me recently too. If I was the person who had what I wanted, I wouldn't care about using it. Exactly. So delete the damn apps. I did for a while. I take breaks from social media, guys. If it wasn't for me like posting on here and stuff, but like my personal stuff, I don't go on there. I haven't been on my personal Facebook in months. Everybody that knows me knows my phone number and stuff, so they just reach out to me. They know this is what I do. Okay, frog policy. I was on campus today where we both go to school, And I twice today thought I saw him. I'm so afraid and upset. I've been stable and I'm stumbling. I already answered this, but again, you're not your emotions. Just know that. You're not your emotions. You can release your emotions and then go back to self. JJC, thanks for the advice. Resonated so much. Thank you. Primal Code, she needs to see a doctor. Who needs to see a doctor? Thank you, Ben. I appreciate the compliment. I'll keep wearing the mask. Anyway. DFP. Hi, Alchemistic, for your New Year's video where you set it and forget it. I thought you used it as a memory after you did it. Or do you just align your thoughts from the end of having everything you wrote? I think of it like I ordered, like I put in an order, right? Like, this is what I'm getting this year. And then I put it away. And then I go chop wood, carry water. That's it. This goes back to all of my videos, guys. I go chop wood, carry water. That's it. I don't know, buddy. Are they? Because you say what it is in your reality. All right, Olivia. How to find a technique that resonates after trying so many. Any tips on how to get to knowing without techniques? It's up to you. So my alchemizing thoughts technique, no one was doing that when I started doing that. I came up with that myself years ago. You can come up with your own. Literally anything can be a technique. Anything can be a method. This is why religious people, they can pray and their prayers are answered, right? Because it's just them becoming the person that believes this is happening. They might believe God is fulfilling that. That's fine. But it's not the prayer. It's them. It's kind of like, I don't know scripture like I used to, but in the Bible, there was that lady that was hemorrhaging, and she said, if I just touch Jesus, that I'm going to be healed. And Jesus said to her, it wasn't me, it's you. It's your faith. That's all it is. It's not the technique. Like, literally, guys, I've talked about this before. I have manifestation oils that I've had for years. I have plenty of these. You see how they're barely used because I like them sometimes. I like the scent of it, but this is not what manifests. You could literally, and I like the smell of it, so I'm going to put it on. You could literally, put some of this on and say, oh, look, my bank account just increased $10,000, right? Because I'm putting this oil on. And as long as you know it to be true, as long as you fully believe it and have faith in it, it's not the oil. It will show up. It will show up, right? Stuff smells so good. But point is it doesn't matter. It could be witchcraft. You could go out in the middle of the forest, naked, howling at the moon, spritzing yourself with moon water. And if you think that ritual is going to get your end, and you believe it with unwavering faith, then it will. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what technique or method that you do. Do what you like to do. What brings you joy? What makes you happy? Sometimes I sing my affirmations because it's fun. Okay. Hi, Alchemistic. Also, I did your I Am guided meditation this morning. It was so good. I felt so empowered and loved. I love that. Okay. So, Blebla Chucks, I'm going to guess that's how you say that. Hi, past years I was leaping when I was walking, so I started affirming that I am walking straight. Okay, so it wasn't leaping, it was probably limping. Okay, I was walking straight. Guess what? It happens, I started walking well. But lately I have been thinking negatively and I am leaping again. Then just go back to knowing that you're perfectly fine. You walk straight. No matter what happens physically, you walk straight. You are perfect. Hi, Rachel. Love you, girl. All right. JJC, it's been 4 nights. I know there's way too much old clutter up there to expect it to be completely instantaneous. TY, I felt like it was my own self-concept working against me, like not feeling worthy yet. Nothing is working against you. Everything is working for you. That's the mindset shift you need to have, okay? Even the old self, the old reality, you had to experience that to know what you want. See, and I don't care what it is, and I've been someone that's been through every type of trauma you could possibly list off. Could I rewrite that? Yes. Do I choose to? No. Because I thank it for the experience, because without darkness, you can't experience light. Without hot, you can't experience cold. Without sweet, you can't experience sour, right? I can go into all these things. This is a duality-based reality for a reason. You have to know what you don't want to know what you do want. So thank the old reality for the experience, right? If someone was laying on their deathbed, right? Your old self is laying on the deathbed, right? They did all these horrible things. Even if they did all those horrible things, are you going to say that to them? That's pretty harsh. No, you'd probably be like, oh, it's okay. You know, thank you for this experience because it showed me how strong I am. It showed me how resilient I am. It showed me that I don't want this, I want this. That's how you have to act on it. See, I mix. See, the thing is people talk about, like, in the law of assumption community, they're against the law of attraction. And law of attraction is against the law of assumption community. I see great things in both. This is why I practice gratitude. This is why I practice forgiveness, right? That's law of attraction. But I also live in the end, and I also have the inner knowing. That's law of assumption, right? I see truth in everything. Okay. The J-Man. Not just J-Man, it's the J-Man. All right, the J-Man. Do you think it's necessary to act as if in the 3D in alignment to your 4D? Or is it enough to simply think in the end in the 4D despite what you do in the 3D? It's up to you. What do you resonate with? What do you say is true for you? For who do you say I am? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. What do you say is true for you? What do you say? For me personally, if you're asking about me, then I just know things. Hold on. I drink and I know things, and I'm short, so it works. But for real, what works for you? If you say you need to act as if in the 3D to be in alignment with the 4D, cool. If you say it's enough to simply be in the end in the 4D despite what you see in the 3D, cool. Me, I live in up here in the knowing, and then no matter what reality shows me, I know it's true. JJC, gotta stop letting the old story tell the desired story. Exactly. Exactly. I've got this hair right here and it's driving me nuts. There it is. All right. Okay, Rachel, thank you, Alchemistic, for your advice. Always hits perfectly. Thank you, Rachel. All right, pray. I found you from the power of I am and thought we don't have to believe to manifest. I don't know what you mean by that. Because that is exactly what manifestation is. And Eric says the same thing. He just says it in different ways. We all say it in different ways. Your belief, your assumptions, your faith, your awareness is what shifts you to the reality. So manifesting, you're not creating anything. Creation is already finished. All versions of reality exist, whether you want it to exist or not. Okay? So all you are doing is becoming the self that has the desired reality you want to experience, and that shifts you to it. But you have to believe and have faith that you are that person, right? It's kind of like I was just talking about. The lady that was hemorrhaging. It was her faith and her belief that healed her, not touching Jesus. If I put this oil on my skin and I say that every time I do this, I make $10,000, it's not the oil. It is my belief that does it. It's my awareness. It's my knowing, right? That's what manifests, which is just shifting realities. All right. Inez, how can I increase my faith and belief to have that unwavering faith and belief you talk about? I mean, it's probably a practice for some people, and that's where methods come into play and techniques, right? You could just easily just declare that you are already there, right? That you already have that unwavering faith. Despite what the 3D shows you. You can embody that person now. Right? I plan on making a video on this, and I have so many videos I need to do, guys, that I need to get up. Due to the 3D circumstance that happened and that I shifted like that with ByteDance and TikTok and CapCut. Okay, I had a lot of projects on CapCut that I needed to still edit, and I was locked out of it for 2 days. But what did I do? I gave 2 shits. I gave 0 fucks. I did not fucking care, okay? I paid attention to self. I knew it was going to be taken care of. I knew everything was going to happen in divine timing, if you want to say that. I knew no matter what, everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm going to get the videos up. I'm going to be back in CapCut. I saw myself back in CapCut. Guess what? I'm back in there today. But yeah, I need to post a lot of videos, like a lot of videos. And one of those is becoming the identity in a different way. So maybe that'll help you out once I get that up. Okay, E. Okay, had to look this up. Adonis is the god of fertility and vegetation, also beauty, rebirth, and youth. Exactly. So think about that. That is why Adonis had all these women coming to him and obsessed with him, right? You're focused on, oh, these women were obsessed with him. Focus on being Adonis. What was Adonis? That's what you need to be. Don't worry about the women. The women come. It's going to be raining women, kind of like it's raining men. I was just thinking about that. Like, could I sing that? Because that wouldn't sound right, right? It's raining women. But hey, whatever works. Maybe make a new song about that. All right. Pray. And I have one more question. I saw one of your comments. You said your power is on and you manifested the weather. I'm not so sure, but I'm not so sure what, but how do you turn your power on and manifest? I just knew that it would be on. Kind of like with the weather. I just knew it was going to be that. And then it was. I don't know how else to explain that because that's how I manifest. I just know things. I drink and I know things. Okay. All right. Blah Chucks. Thank you so much. No matter what happens, I am walking straight. Exactly. JJC. Thank you, bestie. No sigh. Just thank you. You're welcome. All right. Pray. That's a wonderful explanation. Thank you so much. No problem. See, it's just singing in a different way. That's it. It's that our entire lives we're taught certain things and then that's the way it has to be, right? Okay. Is it Fia? Fia's champion. Would it be effective if we took 30 minutes to an hour or so a day and fully embody the role of the person who has our desires? Or should we keep it up as long as we can? It's up to you. If if embodying makes you feel resistance, if it causes you any anxiety, anything like that, then no. I'm lazy, okay? I'm the lazy manifester, right? I'm lazy as fuck. So me, I just know it to be true, and then that's it. And it is because I declare it. I just know it to be true. Okay, so Fia. Okay. So I just know things to be true. I mean, if you feel like doing a routine for 30 minutes to an hour, is the thing for you, cool. Do that. Do that. That's it. Interesting, Connor. What is interesting? What is interesting, my friend? It's literally up to you. And see, I don't know if you were here when I was answering some of these other questions earlier, but we literally get in our own way, right? With our own anxieties and our own fears and focusing too much on the future. So I've talked about this in other lives and in other videos, and this string is driving me nuts. But anyway, is that you've got to see yourself as you are in a car. So I guess you could view your vessel, your body as the car, right? You're driving the car through life. You are only in the now moment. You can't drive your car by looking through the rear view mirror or what. You're going to hit something. That's being depressed. That's focusing on the past. Right? You also can't drive your car by looking 3 miles ahead of you. If you look too far ahead, again, you're going to hit something because you're too focused on what? The future. You only have what is directly in front of you. You need to pay attention to what's directly in front of you. That's it. Rachel, your hair, makeup, and masks are so beautiful. Goddess vibes. Thank you. And I don't even have much makeup on. Girl, I was lazy today. I said, you know what? You know what? I said, I want to be lazy today. I ain't doing shit. I took my shower. I got out. I dried my hair a little bit. This is my natural hair texture. And I threw on a Medusa shirt. See, that's my sexy bitch right there. That's her right there. I threw on a Medusa shirt. I put on a CC cream. That's all I have on. It's like a tinted moisturizer, basically. I put on lipstick, which is this one that you guys have seen in my videos. And I put on mascara. That was it. I have no contour. I have no blush. I have no highlighter. I have no eyeshadow. You see, no eyeshadow, right? I don't even have my eyebrows done. That's why I put this on. I was like, we're not doing eyebrows today. We're not penciling in the eyebrows today. Screw that. And I did this because then once I get off of here and once I wrap it up for the night, I can do my skincare and it's a lot easier to get my makeup off because there's not really any there anyway. Now this is how my face looks, guys. And this is all from manifesting. My face did not look like this over a year ago. In early 2024 and in 2023, I looked older than I am. I looked older. Now, because of my assumptions and everything else, in person especially, people ID me. They don't believe me when I tell them that I'm pushing 40. They think that I'm in my 20s. I get anywhere from, I've gotten as low as 23, which I think they're being ridiculous. But I get anywhere between usually 25 to 28. And I have quote unquote high value men in that age range coming to me hating on me, offering dates, all these things because they think I'm their age. When I go out with my son, who is almost 20, they think that he's my brother. So, just saying. I might start doing my lives, and it depends on how rowdy and weird people get. I might do it where it's subscribers only. So you'll have to be subscribed to the channel to chat. I might have to do that. That's fine. Okay. Sophia, I have no social security number, no green card. I'm a non-citizen of the U.S. and not authorized to work in the U.S. I've been told it's hard for me to get a job in the U.S. How can I manifest a job? Why are you listening to what other people tell you? Why are you listening to what other people tell you? Do you know how many immigrants I know? I live in the U.S., right? I've lived in the U.S. my entire life. Well, take that back. I lived in Cuba for a little bit. But, so, it doesn't matter. Do you know how many immigrants I know that all the things that you just told me, same thing, and they have great jobs? Do you know how many of them I know that are quote unquote illegal, right? The U.S. is designed for that. It doesn't matter. And I know you might say, oh, well, you know, this president or that. Doesn't matter. Go watch my video about 3D circumstances don't matter, including who's in office. Because it doesn't matter. None of that matters. You're telling this story. You're telling this story that these things matter and you can't get a job. And that's why. So what is the universe saying? The universe is like, yes. Yes, Sophia. Yes. Okay. You could easily say, because I am this, because I have this skill set, because I'm the best there ever is, these employers want me no matter what. I get offers left and right, no matter what. You could easily say that instead. You're the one writing the script. You're the one telling the story, no one else. Because no one else was aware of this until you typed it. Right? It's only in your reality and you can change it. Think about this. Most of you guys know Neville Goddard and have read his books and everything else, right? Abdullah was a black man that lived like a king in a time where that was unheard of, right? He lived better than the white men that he was mentoring back when that was unheard of. Circumstances don't matter. Okay, Connor, not looking back is how people repeat mistakes. Not looking ahead only leads to disaster. Living in the moment is just existing. I mean, if that's what you say, that's what you say. See, it's your reality. You say what you want. Either way, you are right. If you say you can or say you can't, either way, you are correct. So if that's how you want to live your reality, be my guest, Connor. I choose not to. And I have an amazing life, so you do you. She is listening to you. You are other. Okay. I don't know what you're saying, but all right. Any advice for physical appearance changes? I have a whole video on that. So I have a whole video on age reversing and weight loss and everything else. It's the same thing. Because again, I didn't look like this over a year ago. Want to know what I did? I took photos of me and I photoshopped them. I put them in like an app and I changed them to the way I wanted to look, and I now look like that. I barely put on makeup and I look like that. I look like that now. My hair isn't as long as those photos yet, but it's getting there because my hair was to here not too long ago. And it was more thin than it is now. Sophia, thank you for that. You've been the only one giving me hope when it comes to this situation. Don't listen to anything else. Do you know how many people I know that got a visa or got their citizenship out of nowhere because they knew that they would? So many. So many. So I might be American born, but I was raised in kind of a foster situation, and most of my family are from other countries. Okay? Most of the men I've dated are from other countries. What can I say? I'm multitasking, so I'm not sure if you saw my last response. I did, and I answered it. I sure did, good sir, and I answered it. But yeah, like, the makeup that I have on, guys, this is just a lip tint. It's not even a lipstick. It's a lip tint. Like, that's all this is. That's really all I have on. Is lip tint, CC cream, and mascara. That's it. And that's because the ends of my eyelashes are blonde, so if I didn't have the mascara on, it would look like I have no eyelashes, and I do. I actually bought a lash lift and a lash tint kit like months ago, and I haven't done it. Again, I'm lazy as fuck with this shit. I need to do it. I need to do it. That's on the to-do list this week. It's snowing outside, so I might as well, right? I have nothing else better to do. I've also got to take photos because I entered another fitness challenge, so that's something I got to do this week. There's so much. They even canceled my cat's appointment. Like, my cat had a dental appointment tomorrow, and they canceled it because of the snow. And it's not, like, where I live, it doesn't snow usually, so I kind of get it, but it's like, it's not even that much. It's like, you could still take him in. Connor, not saying you are wrong or you are right, lady. I have 61 years of experience of living and not existing. Cool. Great. Time doesn't exist, so I don't care. Don't care. I wouldn't care if you were 1,000 years old. I wouldn't care if you were 18. It's all the same to me. It's all the same. I sometimes learn more from people with zero experience than I do from people like you. It's so funny how close-minded some people are, that they think that they're above everybody because of how long they've lived or what they've experienced or if they have a degree or not. I give zero fucks. I learn so much from so many different people. Does not matter. Bet I need to rewind again because I heard the first response, but not the farmer one. The farmer one? Are we farming now? What are we farming, Nan? What are we farming? I'm a farm girl now. Is that what we're doing? It's getting to that time where I get delirious and it gets silly in here, but that's okay. That is okay. We're farming. We're becoming Adonis, the god of vegetation. We're farmers now. we planting? Nah, I said I was thinking about it and was like, girls flock to Adonis because he's a farmer. They're after that eggplant. I always wanted to grow my own crops and food. Hey, why not? Do it. BB Blex, or B Bletchucks, whatever. How can I manifest a celebrity crush? Go watch my recent SP success of the celebrity SP. It does not matter. It's all the same, celebrity or not. It is you. They are only in existence because you are aware of them. Stop putting them on a pedestal. They are not above you. I don't give a shit. If they're an A-list celebrity, I don't give a damn. If they are Brad Pitt, I don't care. Okay? It does not matter. They are you. If you desire them, you see yourself with them, that's all you need to do. JJC, imagining that I'm spending my time reading the metaphysical books I've been buying for a couple of years, then do it. See, I have so many freaking books, but I interpret them much differently than most people. It's kind of like when I read the Bible a few different times by the time I was 12. This was way before I knew about Neville Goddard. I interpreted it in a way that was similar to him. Like, if I go over to my bookshelf, I have The Power of Now. I have books by Abraham Hicks. I have so many freaking books, okay? Just look at it in a way that you are literally reality itself, and that's all you need to do. Connor, firsthand experience beats everything that can ever be told to you. Just like mainstream media, you're just a talking head, in my opinion. Good, then why are you here? Why are you here, Connor? Do you like me? Oh, why are you here? if I'm just a talking head of you, why are you here? See, I give two fucks. I don't care if you're here or not. I don't care. So you need to ask yourself, if you have such strong opinions that are so controversial to what I'm saying, then why are you here? Why are you here? JJC, I have an RJ Spina book next to me, but have been playing on my Nintendo Switch. Well, I mean, you decide what you do in every moment, so you decide what you do. If you want to play the Nintendo, play the Nintendo. If you want to read the book. Whatever. The J-Man. Not just J-Man, it's the J-Man. How to get rid of 3P in your reality without giving that person awareness. So you could do it many different ways. You can do what my client did, that I played his voice message in one of my SP Success videos, where he literally rewrote his reality to where the 3P never existed. Go watch that. You could do that. Or you could give it meaning. SP is with 3P to realize how good they had it with me. To realize what a shit show everyone else is. To realize that no one compares to me. The grass is never greener on the other side, and they're going to realize that. They already realize that now. They had to go find out what sour was so that they can bask in the nectar of the sweetness over here. You see my point? You can twist it whichever way you want. You could say that they went to this 3P, and when they come back, your bond is going to be stronger than ever. It's kind of like with my situation with my son. I didn't rewrite the lies that he was told. I said he would discover the truth. Those lies had to happen for us to be stronger than ever. We have the strongest relationship of any mother and son that I know. I have other parents to adults and teenagers asking me how I do it. And that's something that I scripted. So, JJC, do you think being shy can ruin your manifestations? Nothing can ruin anything unless you give it power. You're sitting here saying it's ruining it. I don't know. Does it ruin it? You tell me. You're the god of your reality, so you tell me. Does it ruin it? Does it? I know plenty of shy people that get everything that they want. Do you think like people like Mark Zuckerberg was the social butterfly? No. He got the wife, one of the biggest platforms there is, the money, the everything. It doesn't matter. Inez, oh my God, I'm reading The Power of Now for my book club. What do you think of the book? I mean, it's literally what I say all the time. You only have the now moment. Literally, I can summarize the entire book for you. It just says to live in the now moment. That's it. It says that all you have is now. You don't have the future. You don't have the past. You only have the now moment at any given moment. That's it. That's the entire book. But I read it many years ago, way before I knew about law of assumption. JJC, I really want this girl to approach me because I see her look at me like she's attracted to me, but I worry that I'll make it awkward if I approach. Again, you say what your reality is. So if you say you're going to make it awkward, then you're going to make it awkward. If you say that she's going to approach you, she's going to approach you. Who do you say I am? It's your reality. It's no one else's. Connor, sure, I like you. You have given me no reason to dislike you. Just like you, I'm giving my opinion and thoughts. You trigger fairly easily. I'm not triggered at all. Why do you think I'm laughing? I'm laughing at you because you're sitting here in a space that it's obvious you don't care about. So it's like, apparently you're a glutton for it. I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I don't care. You can do what you want to do. I give 2 fucks. Don't care. That's what I said before. I don't care, dude. You do you. I mean, it's entertaining me, frog policy. See, everything in my reality, including Connor, is me. Why do you think I'm laughing at it? Because I'm finding it hilarious. JJC, no, I would never, in fact, add to my attractiveness, okay? Rachel, what's your view on contacting SP first? It's up to you. Do you feel you should contact your SP? If you feel you need to do that to get your desire, then you're coming at it from neediness. That's not coming at it from your desired end, right? If you have anxiety around that, that means you are not in your end. That means that you don't have the thing that you already want. It means that you are not the identity that has. It means you are in lack. So therefore, all that can happen is what you expect to happen. So if you think, well, if I don't reach out, they're not going to know I exist. Okay, then that's true. If you reach out and say, I'm doing this because this is normal and it's part of my unfolding and have no anxiety around it, feel completely neutral, then do it. It's not the actions that shift you. It is your knowing. It's your awareness. It's your belief. It's your faith. That's it. And I know, you're going to tell me, well, this coach said this and this coach said that. I don't care. I don't care. A lot of these coaches also talk down to other coaches and say, well, this technique doesn't work. You have to do it this way. And I don't agree with that. I don't, because that's not what manifests. Right? It's not. So it's up to you. If you feel that that's part of your unfolding, then do it. I don't have my Cheshire Cat shirt on. If I had my Cheshire Cat shirt on, I would tell you, no matter which path you take, you'll go somewhere. Because it doesn't matter. Right? There's a reason why I like the Cheshire Cat. If you can't tell, I smile like a lot. So my hair is like going all in my eyes and shit. Because it's like attaching to the glitter. Nurse Infinity. Oh my God, you're so awesome. My first time coming across you, I am so in love with the law of assumption. I love creating my reality, but you're not creating it. Creation is already finished. You are shifting to a different reality. That's all you're doing. And I think this is like from this mask, isn't it? Looks like it got black on my face. Whatever. That's fine. Connor, you tossing F-bombs. Usually people don't use such language on first meeting. You are triggered. Toxic and rude, people. Connor, you're entertaining. Yeah, I'm toxic and rude. Why are you here? Why are you here? Oh, okay. Nurse Infinity. True. I literally get all my desires. Life is literally perfect. Right. So you claim that. So yeah, it is what it is. Fucking A! Fuck yes! I'm gonna keep saying fuck! I'm giving him attention because it's entertaining me. Can you tell I'm having fun? I'm not giving him what he wants. He wants me to get mad. He wants me to get angry. He wants me to get mad. He wants me to get triggered, and he's not gonna get what he wants. He's here because he knows the shit that I'm saying is true. But his little ego that he's had for 61 years is fighting hard as fuck. And that's fine. That's his experience. That's his reality. He can do him. Connor is now the Joker of the room. He is the entertainment. I'm 61 years old. I've got all this experience. Urgh. So what? My 19-year-old son has more experience than you and is so much happier and doesn't care and lives life so much happier than you could ever imagine. I just have fun, Rachel. Like, this is entertaining to me. Nurse Infinity, I reached out to my SP out of pure inspired action. We are better than we've ever been. The love is unconditional between us. See? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the energy you put behind it. It's the knowing that you put behind it. If you have anxiety and you feel that reaching out is going to cause problems, then don't do it, because then it will. It's kind of like, I've had people tell me that they create fake accounts to go spy on their SP. I'm like, would you be doing that if you were with them? Why are you making fake accounts to spy on your SP? You are looking for something and you're going to find it. Seek and thou shalt find. If you think they're with somebody else, guess what? They're going to be with somebody else. If you think they're playing you, guess what? They're going to play you. Either way, you are right. Inez, OMG, I almost forgot to ask, can you talk about how people don't have free will? I remember you talked about it in your last live. Yeah, because everyone is you pushed out. So let's break this down. So everyone is the I am. Every point of consciousness is the I am. It is God, it is the universe, it is source, whatever you want to say, right? Having a human experience. In your version of reality, I am just you. In my version of reality, you are just me. There are 8 billion versions of reality on planet Earth, right? That we know of, because that's just the humans, right? So 8 billion points of reality, 8 billion worlds, if you want to think of it that way. And all of those worlds have infinite numbers of possibilities of reality that they can experience. So for example here, there is a reality that exists where you are a multi-billionaire. You are Elon Musk, right? There is a version of reality where you are a famous actress. There is a version of reality where you are a homeless person. There is a version of reality, you get my point. So all you do is become the identity that has the reality you want to experience, and you shift to that. That's it. That is it. I am you. Everyone else in your version of reality is you. So let's say, example, you have an SP, they are just you. They only exist in your awareness because you are aware of them. As soon as you stop being aware of them, they will no longer be in your reality. That's just how it is. It's kind of like a video game. It only renders the scene that you are currently in. So let's say you're playing a video game, right? It could be a PC game, it could be Xbox, it could be PS5, whatever, right? And you are in the forest, and I've talked about this before. Then the city is not rendered. And everyone in the city is not rendered because it is not in your awareness at that moment. It can only render what is directly in front of you. That's life. So while you're watching me, you can remember, you can think about some other people that are in your life, but they don't exist until you think about them. This is why you can think about somebody that you went to high school with. Let's talk about that, right? Like someone that you've known years ago and you haven't talked to them in years, and then all of a sudden they pop up. Why? Because you put your awareness on them. It's kind of like you can go in, let's say you're interested in buying a car, right? You're looking at, I don't know, a new RAV4. And now all of a sudden you see RAV4s everywhere. Because your awareness is on it. That's all that happened. You literally attract, if you want to say that, shift to the reality based on your awareness at every second of every day. This is why you can lose something and then years later it'll pop up. Example. Many years ago, this was probably over 15 years ago for me, I dated someone that stole a lot of my things and pawned them. There's a reason why they're an ex, right? One of those things was a necklace that my grandmother gave me, right? I, of course, kicked him out, everything else, but my things were gone. I didn't even know where he took them. When I finally found out, I went to at least try to get that necklace. I was going to buy it from the pawn shop, but they had already sold it, right? Now, fast forward 10 years later, just a few years ago, I was moving. I went to put together my couch after moving in my current place. As I was moving the couch around, I heard something like metal fall on the ground because I have hardwood floors, right? It was my grandmother's necklace. I did not own that couch when I dated this guy. There's no other way that necklace could be in the couch other than I had thought about it just a few weeks prior, and I said, I really wish I still had that necklace. That's it. That was the only thought I had, and it popped up. You can think of someone you haven't seen in a long time and be like, oh, it would be really nice to hear from them. I wonder what they're up to, right? Think about a memory that you had with them, and then boom, they show up. You bump into them, they reach out to you on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, right? Whatever it is. Blah, blah, Chucks. Your son is really lucky to have you. I wish I had a mom that can manifest just like you. I will make life easier for us. You can do it. You can fix your relationship with your mother. You can see your mother as different. Because in your version of reality, you will only get the version of your mother that you are aware of. In her version of reality, she only gets the version of you that she's aware of. No one can manifest for you. No one can manifest for you in your reality. Let me say that again. No one can manifest for you in your version of reality. No one can manifest for you in your version of reality. No one can manifest for you in your version of reality. Don't fall for it. You are the God of your reality. You are awareness itself. Only you can shift to the reality that has your desire. No one else can do that for you. Inez, thank you for explaining that, because the manifestation community talks about how you can't manifest a person to do this or that because they have free will, or at least from my understanding, you're talking about the law of attraction community. The law of assumption community says that no one has free will in your version of reality except for you. Which is true. It's kind of like, it's my assumption that everybody that comes to me knows manifestation to some extent. It could be they've been studying it for a few months, a few years. They've been studying law of attraction, law of assumption, just manifestation in general. They've watched other coaches. They have even gone to other coaches. But when they come to me, I'm the last stop. JJC, I'm manifesting my mother getting her dream home at the moment. She's already in her dream home. She's already there. She already has it. And the thing is, what's crazy is that in your version of reality, you're manifesting that for her. Watch it happen super fast. Watch it happen super fast, because when you want for others, it's like that. Neville talks about this. And that's no problem. JJC. She's pretty stressed in the 3D because we have to move soon, but I know it's just the bridge, and keep returning to the version of her that has the home and is fulfilled and got it with minimal effort. Period. That's it. That's it, because you said it. Everything happened perfectly. No matter what is going on in your current 3D, everything unfolded perfectly. Like, everything that's going on right now is part of the unfolding, no matter what it is. Everything's going to happen, like, amazing. No matter what. I have so many messages I can catch up on after this. Yeah, everyone in your reality can only show up as you are aware of them, as you see them. That's it. Inez, agreed. And manifesting for others is also so much fun to see come to life. I love when my friends are like, oh my God, Inez, this happened. And on the inside, I'm like, yes, I knew it. Exactly. Exactly. It's kind of like over the summer, I literally, like, I brought up the friend thing is because that happened to me. I hadn't talked to this friend in 5 years, and I was like, oh, I don't know what she's up to. I haven't heard from her. Right? And I didn't reach out because I had texted her like years ago and she never responded. So I was like, okay. So I was like, oh, I wonder what she's up to. I wonder, you know, this, that, and the other. And she reached out to me and said that she changed her number and all these different things. And literally this was a month before September. This was a month before my birthday. And I said, I'm going to come down and see you next month. And she said, amazing. So planned it and I went and saw her. JJC, I've manifested so many things for people I care about. 100K record deals, promotions, better relationships, etc. Exactly. Because you don't have, and I'm sorry, this is like, look at this. This is from this mask. You don't have the resistance with that. You don't have the emotional investment in that. So if you compare, say, let's say hypothetically, right? Your friend was having a situation with an SP, but you're also trying to manifest an SP, right? Your friend gets their outcome sooner, and you're like, why is that? It's because you don't have the attachment to it. You just said, I see it as this, I know it is this, and then it happens. Whereas within your own situation, it's emotionally charged, right? You have doubts, you have fears, you have this, you have that, right? That's all you got to get past. King, I look sexy no matter what. I look amazing no matter what. So what's your point? What is your point? Dawn's King. Dawn's. I almost read that as Dong King. And we were just talking about eggplants earlier. You already said that. Why are you repeating yourself? Okay, Inez. I'm still trying to find the best way to take away resistance, but I think the easiest way to clear resistance is to declare, I have no resistance to said desire. Exactly. Why would you have resistance to something that you already have, right? So think about this, for example. My nails, right? My nails are long. My nails are real. These are my real nails, right? I know these are mine. I know these to be fact. Right? I have no resistance against that because it's here. It's now. Just like I know I have air to breathe. Do you affirm for air to breathe? No, you know that you have air to breathe. You know that it's fact. Right? Do you affirm that the sun is going to rise in the morning? No, because you know the sun is going to rise in the morning. Right? That's how you have to be with any desire. Know it to be true no matter what. No matter what. Know it to be true. Okay? Just as you know your name, just as you know you have air to breathe, just as I have nails. That's how you get rid of resistance. Because you're creating the resistance, no one else. I asked what? I didn't ask shit. I didn't ask a damn thing. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Lewis? You're probably too young for that. JJC, I think I just realized why we were put in this situation. I was seeing my mom as someone who has always struggled and dealt with hard circumstances to get what she wanted. Exactly. So if you see her as someone that is always struggling, that has to present itself in your reality. She can only show up that way. But if you see her as financially abundant, everything always works in her favor, everything always works out for her, no matter what, effortlessly. She's got the freaking Midas touch. Everything she touched turns to gold. Then that has to be true. I have a client that was part of my texting membership, and she is a business coach. And she kept seeing one of her clients a certain way, that her client was going to pay her. The client literally said, I'm not going to pay you. I'm never going to pay you. And it was thousands of dollars, right? I said, see the client differently. See that this client, excuse me, was only saying this because they didn't have the money right then and there. But now they have it. Now they've paid you. They always pay you because your expertise helped them, right? It turned their business around. So now they have the money to pay you. The invoice was paid 2 days later because she changed the way that she saw her client. 2 days after I told her that, the client paid. Okay, Inez, how about the actions that follow? How do we know what actions to do throughout the day for said desire? Chop wood, carry water. Chop wood, carry water. If you had your desire, no matter what your desire is, how would you be living? Be the person that has it now. How would you be living? Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before you have the desire, chop wood, carry water. After you have the desire, chop wood, carry water. I told you guys, my answers are always the same. In all of my videos, I say what I say in coaching and in this. There's no other way for me to say it. You still have to live life. You still have to do things. You have to be a human. So what would you be doing if you had your desire? Do that. And I know some people are like, well, if I was with my person, I would be with them. Really? 24/7. 24/7? So they don't shower, they don't go to work. They don't do anything else but attached to the hip with you. You don't go do anything else. I highly doubt it. I think that's what I love about you, is that you're always consistent in what you say. Because that is what it is. I don't just say these things to say these things. It's because I understand manifestation, the law, everything, based on everything I say. And I say it a lot differently than other people do, because what I've noticed in the community, and there's nothing against this, is it's like everybody's saying the same thing, right? They're not changing how it's said. They're just repeating what this other coach said. It's like they're all parrots. Not all of them. I'm talking about some, right? And then there's some that just read Neville Goddard all the time. And then interpret Neville Goddard, which is great, okay. But Neville isn't the end-all be-all. That is idolizing a false god. That's putting, so for some of the community, not all, they're like, oh, Neville is up here. Neville is God. Da-da-da-da. Neville said this. Neville said that. You're going against what Neville said. Okay. And I don't care, because I take from everything what I know and what's true for me. And I share that. And if it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's always my assumption that the people that come to me resonate with me and they love what I say. And for the most part, I'm right. I hardly ever get a beginner on my channel. I hardly ever get a beginner that books with me. Hardly ever. I think some of these questions that I got were beginners, and that's okay. But people that actually book sessions with me are not beginners. And that's my assumption. That my clients are not beginners. My clients are more advanced, right? So, I'm going to get off here in 10 minutes because I'm almost at 2 hours. So if anyone watching, and I know there's a few of you that probably haven't even chatted in the chat, which is fine. But if you have a question and you want me to answer it, you better ask it now, or I'm going to leave. And then you got to wait until the next time that I'm on. And if you're too shy to type in the chat, you can always go to my Stand store, and there's an option on there for the YouTube Q&A. You can do what the clients did at the beginning of this, and I will get to your question first. Those are prioritized. The next time that I will be live will more than likely be Saturday, but we'll see. I always announce it on my community. So if you go to my community tab, you subscribe, I announce when I go live. I think our entertainment left. I think Connor left. Dawn's King, I'm answering questions about manifestation. Are you new here? Literally, the title of this is Manifestation Chat and Q&A. Have you not been paying attention to the words that are coming out of my mouth? JJC, just wanted to say I'm very grateful when you went live today. I really needed this energy and insights after today. Perfect. Everything always happens in the exact moment you need it, no matter what. Dawn's King, I was just scrolling, saw a beautiful woman and stopped. Okay, then welcome, I guess. JJC, I'm currently building a Lego set while typing this. That's awesome. My son loves Legos too. And see, I never think that that's an age thing. Like, I have a friend that's older than me that loves Legos. Felicia, can you tell us the most impossible story you ever heard that's true or impossible to people that have a more logical mind? You mean like the thing that shifted in my reality? Is that what you're asking? Like the most impossible thing that shifted? Nothing is really impossible to me, but I mean, I can try. There's a few, but there is one that I've told coaching clients that have came to me because I already know what type of, well, no, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that. You guys will resonate with this. Is I grew up with a friend that as growing up as kids was born male. He was a boy, right? I always knew he was different. Like, he played Barbies with me. He'd let me put makeup on him. We'd play dress up, right? And in our teens, he, of course, first came out as bisexual and then came out as trans and said that he was she, right? And so I supported her. Everything else. And she started going through hormones as an adult. This was in our early 20s. Okay, started taking hormone therapy, started looking into surgeries. It was more intensive back then. It was a big thing back then. And just getting really disheartened on it. And I literally had the thought of seeing her as her, that she's always been her, right? And that she didn't even need to do all these things. We got disconnected for a few years. When we got reconnected in our early 30s, this was a few years ago. Gosh, actually, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. She is now she. She now has a uterus. On her birth certificate, it says female. She was always she. I looked at photos of us. She was always a girl. When we met up, she was on her cycle, asked me for women's products. Right? She is now married and had a baby. So you asked something impossible that most people will say didn't actually happen. Cool, there you go. And I don't care what other people say. Other people can say whatever they want. This was my experience. That's what it is. And I think my chat froze because it went from saying that I was live to now I'm not. So I think you guys can hear me, but I can't see anybody typing. Oh, never mind. There you go, Felicia. You said thank you. Is that what you were talking about? So JJC, I kind of consider it part of my chopping wood and carrying water routine because it's such a relaxing hobby for me. Yeah, absolutely. Hobbies like that are amazing. I had a client that loved crafts, and they did crafts also. Dawn's King. In bed, I'm dominant, but if the woman I am with wants to be in control, should I allow it or should I make her submit? That's up to you, dude. I don't give a shit what you do in your bedroom. Dude, do whatever you want. All right. Speedy Nick. How can I manifest my ex back? Me and her are going through a rough patch, and I prayed for her to be in my life, and I messed up a little, so how can I fix this situation because I miss her a lot? It's up to you. Do you want to completely rewrite this and revise it? Do you resonate with that, or is there resistance with that? Do you want to say that it's okay, this is part of the perfect unfolding for your most amazing love story, and then basically visualize your end of how it unfolds? Do you like affirming? Do you like... See, everybody, the method doesn't matter. It puts you into the state of having your end. That's it. JJC, I do Muay Thai kickboxing too, which is a funny contrast, literally a menace, but a gentle one. I'm going to the gym to chop wood after this. There you go. Yeah, my son is a black belt in Taekwondo, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Ocean Blue, haven't seen you for a bit. When you were on Olivia's channel, you mentioned an uncle who died and you wanted more time with him, so you switched to a timeline where he was still alive. How did you do that? I don't know, to be honest. Literally, it's because I was living across the country, and it was during COVID, so I couldn't attend the funeral or whatever, right? So my mom just mentioned that he passed, and instantly I thought, I really want to see him again. I really want to spend time with him. That was the only thought that I had. And then when I came to visit 3 years later, he walked in the front door. He still ended up passing from the same thing she told me he passed from, but it was months after that. It was after I saw him again. Don's King, just asking and trying to get a woman's view on the subject. I don't care, because it's your reality. You say what it is. My opinion doesn't matter. Yeah, Taekwondo is beautiful, and yeah, he's exactly what you said. He's gentle, he's calm, he's very in control of his emotions. He's a good guy. Okay, Speedy Nick. I want to rewrite it. I do affirmations, but it seems like she's not budging, so I'm been kind of sad about it. You're aware that she's not budging. Everything in your reality, if you rewatch my entire live, I've been talking about this, everything in your reality is based on your awareness. She can only show up the way that you expect her to. So, if she's showing up in a way that you don't desire, that's just the old self. That's the old reality rearing its head. It's up to you what you experience in your reality. Inez, okay, one last question. So if everyone is manifesting all at once, doesn't that mean everyone's manifestations would come true even if the opposite of what another desired? Exactly, because so let's say this, okay? Give you an example here. Let's say that me and you both knew Elon Musk, right? And this is a crazy situation, but I'm just going to say it. Me and you both knew Elon Musk. Elon is crazy, right? Elon is out there. So me and you both knew him, and he decided he's going to give the Tesla company to a random person, right? You found that out. I found that out. I want to be that person. You want to be that person. There's a version of reality where I am that person, and there's a version of reality where you are that person. So if you become that person, you shift and you have it, and I become that person and I shift and I have it, those are two different realities happening simultaneously. Does that answer the question? JJC, you did a wonderful job raising your son by teaching him martial arts and metaphysical principles. My nephews know about manifesting and like to come over and hit my punching bag often too. That's perfect. He's he's on the fence about manifesting. Sometimes he believes in it, sometimes he doesn't. But one of these days, I'm trying to find a time where he's off work for us to record, and I'm going to get his side of things when I was manifesting the better relationship with him. So that way you guys can hear that. But he would probably be off camera. Okay, Speedy Nick. So how do I stop the negative thoughts and all of that? Because I'm trying my hardest to be positive. I already went over this in the live, and I went intensively into it. I really don't want to again. I really don't. And I've been on here for 2 hours, so I'm about to get off. But the replay will be posted, and you can re-watch this as well as my other videos. I also have an SP success story video. I think it's now at over 2.6K views. There's a success story from a client that his situation was very emotionally charged, and he was able to completely revise it. I play his voice note on there. Listen to that. I think that would help your situation. So yeah, I'm about to get off it here, guys. Like it's been 2 hours. But yeah, Speedy Nick, if you want to rewatch this or watch any of my other videos, please subscribe and do that. It answers all of your questions. Like I've answered similar questions to yours already in this live intensely. Like Inez can tell you. I believe she was here. But the replay will be posted. Usually, I think YouTube takes a couple of hours to post something this long, but it will be posted. Inez, thank you so much for all of your knowledge and advice. I'm truly grateful that I found you. You are like a sigh of relief. Oh, I appreciate you, honey. But yeah, moving forward to kind of get rid of some of these trolls. Depending on how things go, I'll do my next live like this one, but I might start doing it where it's only subscribers that can chat. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I thought I did. I know like some of my other questions that were paid for that I first did, and then some of the questions that were in here of people that were in here before that I've already answered it. But I'm about to get off of here because my jaw is starting to hurt from talking too much. That's when and laughing. That's when I know I need to get off of here. But it's good because that's what keeps everything tight. Look at that. Look at that. Do I look like I'm pushing 40? No, because I laugh all the time, because I have fun. That's why I look like this. But I'm going to get off of here. So, guys, I already know no matter when you're watching me, day or night, you're about to have the most amazing day or night of your lives. And I know that to be true because I said it, and it's going to happen. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next live. I do post on my community tab when I go live, so keep an eye out for that. Take care.